With item 6.6, our 10 a.m. item, public hearing, sitting concurrently as Clearlake Key CSA number 1, number 2, number 6, number 13, number 20, number 21, Board of Supervisors, Kelseyville County Waterworks District number 3, and Lake County Sanitation District Board of Directors. Consideration of A, resolution confirming collections of annual lighting fees. B, resolution confirming collections of delinquent water fees. C, resolution confirming collections of delinquent water and sewer fees. D, resolution of delinquent sewer fees for Lake County Sanitation District. And we have Director Bohr.
Hi, I'm actually going to turn this item over to Jesse, and there's 4 different resos, like you said, and some are delinquents and some are just a standard tax roll.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is our annual public hearing to hear protests regarding the placement of lighting fees and delinquent water and sewer fees onto the 24-25 tax roll. We're going to offer 4 resolutions today, and if approved by your board, those will be placed on the 24-25 tax roll. So there we can just start with the lighting fees. So the first resolution is to place the lighting fees onto the 24-25 tax roll. This isn't delinquent lighting fees. This is just the fees that we collect in order to pay for our lighting districts.
Okay, any questions regarding that? I do have a quick question. I know this is something that will probably come up for every single resolution. I know we asked last year for a list or at least a total amount of what was being put on the tax roll. I do not see a running total for what is being placed on the tax roll. Did I miss that? Is that somewhere in here? Do you have that?
So we have the amounts that we sent out on the tax roll letters back in March when we came to the board before. We don't have a total yet because we've actually given the customers until July 15th to get their payments in. So we would have that final list available after that.
Okay. Just wanted to check in with the board because I know last time we had asked for that.
We do have a list, and I have amounts that I could share, but of course that won't be the final amount as customers are still making their payments.
Okay. Yeah, they have a certain amount of time, and if they pay it, then it doesn't get on the tax roll. If it doesn't get paid, then it does get placed.
Yeah, that's correct.
If it's possible to share those numbers, I think that would be helpful. Yeah.
So last year, the final tax roll in our sewer districts, we placed around $707,000 onto the tax roll. The majority of that was the Clearlake district. I mean, some of our smaller districts like Corinthian Bay, we placed, $540 onto the tax roll. In comparison to this year, the tax roll letters we sent out for the sewer districts was $410,000. So it's a big drop from last year, and that total should drop as people are making payments in. The water side is a lot lower. We did about, I don't have a total here, so let's see. I think in the end we rolled about $15,000 in the water fees. We sent out letters this year for $29,000. But those, like I mentioned before, that number should decrease as people are making payments. The water side's always lower than the sewer side just because of the shut-off policies.
Okay. And do you have any numbers for lighting?
Well, it'd be the revenue that we receive. So I guess that would be the amounts in the budget.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next resolution. I'm sorry. Supervisor Green.
Yeah, just a quick question as to form for County Council for this reso and all the resos. The signature line on the Kelseyville one, for example, is Chair Board of Soups. Should it be Board of Directors, depending on how these various districts? I know we all sit in as the Board of Directors as the Board of Soups, but just on the signature line for the chair.
Yes, so your board may offer the resolution separately, and since, at least at the onset, it's being treated collectively and concurrently with your board having different positions, right, as Board of Supervisors, Board of Directors, The suggestion here would be to treat each resolution separately with reference to your board, your board's position, that would correspond with the particular district. And staff could walk you through that for each resolution so that if there is an amendment that needs to be made on the signature field, that can be addressed at that time.
So in the past, we've always offered the resolutions one at a time, and each title is different. I think the sewer district's Lake Osan is Board of Directors.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want to keep going? I don't think there's any further questions.
So the next one, it's the resolution for the collection of delinquent water fees in the county service areas. That's in county service area Spring Valley, Findlay, Conotee, Soda Bay, and North Lakeport. So once again, these are for any past due amounts over 60 days that's considered delinquent. And those letters are sent out to the customers in March. We will only be collecting delinquent fees up to the December bill. So that is in contrast to prior years, we would collect 60 days past due up until the point of this board meeting.
I appreciate you making that specification, just because we did just go over that and change the policy not too long ago, so thank you.
After that, we have the resolution confirming collection of delinquent charges for Kelseyville County Waterworks District. So this would be for water and sewer fees, and it's the same thing. It's anyone who's over 60 days delinquent from their December bill.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Thank you for the additional information of the amounts that we are looking to anticipate, though with a potential reduction as people pay those things off. Is it possible to let us know what the total amounts are? I appreciated you giving us the totals from last year, if that can be done again for the following year so that we can make sure we understand what is being put on the tax roll.
Yeah, like put that on the memos as an attachment. We could do that.
Perfect.
I'll add that to our policy.
Thank you very much. Any further comments? Let's open it up for the public. Anyone wish to speak on this item? Please come on up. All right, no one's getting up and no hands in Zoom. And it looks like we're taking each one individually.
Just one more process question.
Please.
Just one more process question. So these are protest hearings of sorts, but I don't see exhibits of those fees or delinquent water fees that this resolution would approve collection of. So is that something that gets calculated after we approve the resolution? I'm just wondering how the public would have any practical ability to protest unless some type of notice has been given, because I don't see it in this item that there's a fee or a fine that would be imposed.
The notice does mention what the delinquent amount is, and it does say that there's a 10% penalty if placed onto the tax roll. And that's the notice sent out to all the customers.
And embarrassingly enough, last year I did receive a notice. It does tell you the date of this public hearing today to come and protest, and also gives you the timeline of when you should pay it off so it doesn't become a tax lien on your property taxes.
We don't prepare a list typically for presentation to the board for hearings like this that would give one last opportunity for public knowledge and awareness of these things.
That might be protected information showing people's names and past due accounts and account numbers.
Well, I know the tax collector manages to do it. All right, thank you.
And that's why I appreciate you giving us some anticipated numbers. Even if we did have a list, a lot of those things can get crossed off, so it's not a true list of what will get on the tax roll. And I appreciate your sensitivity to wanting to give people a chance without making a public notice that they are behind on paying their bills. When it comes to the property tax collector or to the tax collector, those are already in arrears. And you're supposed to, by state law, put that in the newspaper that they have not paid and they are behind already. So I think it's slightly different, but I appreciate the process. I appreciate you giving us some numbers, and if we get those on a regular basis to just know how much was put on there, I think I'm good with moving forward with as is.
We also place a ad in the record B before this, showing the date of today's hearing 2 times.
Absolutely. Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Let's go ahead. I think I already did open it up for public comment. I'm waiting for action on each resolution.
I'll offer the resolution confirming collections of the annual lighting fees.
Resolution has been offered. Do we need to make a change to that?
No.
Perfect.
Supervisor Simon?
Yes.
Supervisor Crandall?
Aye.
Supervisor Green?
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska?
Yes.
And Supervisor Sabatier?
Aye.
I'll offer the resolution confirming collection of delinquent sewer fees in Lake County Sanitation District, sitting as the Board of Directors.
And for that, with the amendment, your board may wish to amend the signature field on that, the signature field of the Chair Board of Supervisors, amend that to Chair Board of Directors.
I offer the resolution as amended.
All right.
Resolution's been offered.
Director Simon?
Yes.
Director Crandall?
Aye.
Director Green?
Aye.
Director Pyska?
Yes.
And Director Sabatier?
Aye.
Ms. Chair, I'll offer the resolution confirming collections of delinquent water and sewer fees. Is there an amendment needed on this one?
Yeah, it looks like the CSAs are sitting as the Board of Supervisors concurrently.
And I believe those are, just for clarification, delinquent water fees in county service areas 2, 6, 13, 20, and 21.
So moved.
Okay, so we have a resolution offered.
Okay, Supervisor Simon?
Aye.
Supervisor Crandall?
Aye.
Supervisor Green?
Aye.
Supervisor Pyska?
Yes.
And Supervisor Sabatier?
Aye. One more.
Is that Kelseyville?
Yeah.
Offer the resolution confirming collection of delinquent charges for services rendered in Kelseyville County Waterworks District Number 3, sitting as the Board of Directors. So with the amendment that the signature line state Chair, Board of Directors.
Resolution has been offered.
Director Simon?
Aye.
Director Crandall?
Aye.
Director Green?
Aye.
Director Pyska?
Yes.
And Director Sabatier?
Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.